let's solve a word problem involving simple interest. Now, simple interest, not compound, but simple. So what is simple interest? Well, simple interest, remember, is just calculated on just the principal. So it's the interest, we have the principal, right, is the initial amount, right? So this is what the principal is what we start with. And then you take that amount, you calculate the interest on just that amount, and that is it, period. So I stands for interest, P is the principal, R is the annual percentage rate, and T is the time in years. So the interest equals principal times rate times time. Now, that's the first formula, and that allows us to find the interest. Well, you might also care about how much do we have then, or how much do we owe then. So that's why we get into the second formula, where the ending amount, so that's what this is the end amount, is the principal, what we started with, plus the interest. So those are the two formulas we're going to be dealing with. Let's look at a problem. You plan to buy a new car priced at $26,500. The finance plan is simple interest at 5% annually for 5.5 years. If you finance the entire price of the car, how much interest will you pay? And what is the total cost of the car? Well, let's see, what do we know? So we know the price, which is the principal, $26,500. And we know we're financing the entire thing. So P is $26,500. If you would only finance part of that, whatever part you're financing would be the principal. All right, interest is 5%. So let's change that to a decimal, 0.05. And the time is 5.5 years. So with this information, recall our interest formula is PRT. So I can find the interest. I take my $26,500 times my rate of 0.05 times my time of 5.5 years. When I multiply those three numbers together, my interest comes to $7,287.50. And that's great. That is my interest. So that's part one. So if you buy a $26,500 car at 5% interest for 5.5 years, you will pay over $7,000 in interest. So what is the total cost of the car? Well, that's where we use the formula A equals P plus I. So I would take my $26,500, which is the cost of the car, and I would add to it my $7,287.50. When I add those together, the total cost of the car is $33,787.50. So always interesting to see what is that interest rate and how does it affect the total cost of the car or whatever else you're buying.